Okay, so in this video, I'm going to explain to you why you have to start your day really slow and why I think it's probably the most efficient habit that you could do this 2026. So, why this is the best? Whenever you start your day really slow, first you're getting freaking in the fucking mood to study the language that you want to study or to do the habit that you want to do. It doesn't matter the habit that you're doing. What this means is that you're basically warming up. Literally, whenever you go to the gym, you warm up. Whenever you do your stretches, you kind of warm up. Whenever you're having sex, you warm up. Okay, so you have to freaking warm up. And still, there's people who think that you have to do the most difficult thing first thing in the morning, which I do believe that sometimes this can help you a lot. But like, if you've been the type of person who basically just does the most difficult thing first thing in the morning and still you can't achieve consistency, then probably this is what you're missing. So, how I start my day, and I think that this can actually give you some thoughts on how you're gonna start your day. So you basically starting your day really slow. Basically, how I start my day is first I meditate. Okay, I literally wake up. I brush my teeth. Sometimes I don't literally even brush my teeth. I freaking meditate. Right after I meditate for 20 minutes, I start working on some things that I have to work at. So that is for honestly just 30 minutes to 40 minutes, more or less. And the good thing is that usually it's kind of AFK. I don't have to do much things, and so I kind of like listen to lo-fi while I do listening for my German. So that is 1 hour of my day in which I'm literally not really doing anything that is high in dopamine, not really doing anything that is really productive. And I'm just literally starting really slow. And so after that, I read aloud for 1 hour to 2 hours in English to improve my pronunciation, to improve my articulation, right? And I've been noticing that literally by doing this, I've been more prone to do the action that I want to do because I'm literally just warming up to the most difficult task. And then after I read for that amount of hours, I'm kind of used now to speaking to myself, right? And so now what I do is just tongue twisters in German, okay? Tongue twisters, German for 20 minutes. And in that way, I practice articulation. After tongue twisters for 20 minutes, I do a shadowing for 15 minutes, right? Now I'm practicing my pronunciation and my intonation of language. And then the most difficult part for me right now is basically doing listening, pure listening, not anything else, while watching the meaning of the sentence that I'm reading, right, that I'm listening to. Because I do reading while listening. And basically, I do that for like 30 minutes more or less. And so this gets to me usually working for the first 4 hours, studying for the first 4 hours of my morning. Okay, as you can see here, these kind of like the type of stretches that I do, they are not really that difficult, but I feel like, yeah, stretching also can help you too if you want to like, did you mention a stretching? I think I didn't mention a stretching, wherever. Yeah, after working for like, I made it work, and then after I worked for a bit, I stretched also. I forgot to mention that, I think. I stretched for like 20 minutes, which is really good because I'm doing also passive listening there, and it basically maintains me to be also healthy. Now, for the rest of the day, I don't really do anything else. I just basically end up working because I have to work, of course. And sometimes in my work, I have some free time, and whenever I have free time, I do immersion, which I don't really count it as my study because it's just really easy, honestly. Like, if you think about it, doing immersion instead of like tongue twister, shadowing, or just reading and listening to the same things over and over and over, it's just really easy. And the type of immersion that I do is just dating shows. I think it's really efficient. It's kind of like a bad habit that I have, but like it's kind of good if you do it for like the first 3 to 4 months of the language, because I mean, you're just literally watching lots of people talk the same language, and sometimes there's girls who are like they have a dialect or they have an accent, and like in that way basically you're listening to lots of accents, lots of things, and it's really good. And depending on the channel that you're watching also. So yeah, the third point and last point, how much time before you become the person who actually wants to study? Because I feel like this habit will basically be like help you to become the person who likes to study. But like I would like to lie to you here, but like I'm not going to do it because I don't want to lie to you. But like I would like to lie to you because if I say to you that you will become the person who likes to study after 2 months, then you will at least do something for 2 months, right? If I lied to you. But like I'm going to tell you something, which is that if you study for 30 minutes, you increase the amount during the first 6 months that you are studying, you increase that amount to 2 hours, you will be able to become the person, right? You will be able to become the person who likes to study. It's just that I don't know when. Because for me, it took actually some amount of time, and I feel like for you, it can actually take that like way more time, honestly. And so I cannot say to you that you will become that person in 6 months. I cannot say to you that you will become that person in 1 year. For me, I think I became that person after 3 years. So yeah, it's actually a long time, but I feel like still the days in which I didn't really like the city, I remember those days with actually a smile on my face. And so because of that, I feel like even if you don't really like the city right now, think that in 2 years time, in 3 years time, you're going to remember this point of your life and you will say, okay, I didn't really like the city, but I actually remember those days with a smile on my face, just because like it's just really fun to remember those times in which I didn't really want to do the thing that I actually had to do, or the thing that I actually want to do. So yeah, that's it for a video, and I hope that you liked it. And if you want more people to start their day really slow, then give a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. All those things. Bye.